The Maya flourished for centuries in Central America, leaving behind a legacy that continues to fascinate the world today. Their civilization spanned regions now known as Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, where dense jungles and rugged mountains shaped their way of life. Rather than a single empire, the Maya were a vibrant network of powerful city-states, each fiercely independent, with its own rulers, customs, and unique traditions. They built towering pyramids that soared above the treetops, and bustling cities filled with palaces, plazas, and vibrant marketplaces where people gathered to trade, celebrate, and worship. The Maya were master astronomers, carefully tracking the movements of the sun, moon, and stars to create complex, accurate calendars that guided their rituals and agricultural cycles. They independently developed the concept of zero, an extraordinary mathematical achievement that enabled them to build with precision and to record time with remarkable accuracy. Their writing system, made of intricate glyphs, recorded dynasties, political intrigue, epic battles, and spiritual beliefs, preserving their stories for generations. But beneath their grand cities, the Maya were captivated by a hidden world, the vast network of caves and cenotes that honeycombed the limestone landscape, often concealed by thick jungle. These caves were more than geological features. They were sacred portals, believed to connect the living world with the supernatural, and to be the very birthplace of creation itself. The Maya saw these underground realms as sources of life-giving water, essential for survival, and as places where the spirits of ancestors and gods could be reached. They believed these shadowy passages were gateways to the underworld, a realm both feared and revered. Their fascination with caves was woven into their religion, their rituals, and their understanding of the cosmos, inspiring ceremonies and offerings deep underground. To truly understand the Maya, we must look not only at their pyramids and temples, but also into the silent, dark caves that held their deepest secrets and most sacred mysteries. The story of the Maya is as much about what lies below as what rises above, a civilization of builders, astronomers, and seekers of the unknown. For the Maya, caves were not just natural formations, but sacred spaces, brimming with spiritual power and mystery. These shadowy portals were believed to be living gateways to other realms, places where the ordinary world faded and the supernatural began. In a land often plagued by drought and unpredictable weather, cenotes and caves provided essential fresh water, elevating them to holy status. The life-giving water hidden beneath the earth was seen as a divine gift, a blessing from the gods themselves. The Maya believed powerful gods, especially Xiayak, the rain deity, dwelled within these subterranean chambers. Thunder, rain, and fertility were all thought to emerge from these hidden places, making them vital to survival and prosperity. Entering a cave meant crossing into the realm of the divine, where the boundary between worlds was thin and the air was thick with possibility. Each step deeper was a journey into the unknown, a sacred act of reverence and courage. Caves became natural temples, hosting rituals and ceremonies long before the first pyramid stones were laid. These underground sanctuaries echoed with prayers, chants, and offerings to the gods. Priests and shamans ventured into the darkness to communicate with gods and perform sacred rites. Guided by torchlight, they sought wisdom, healing, and guidance for their people. Stalactites and stalagmites were seen as sacred icons, physical manifestations of deities and the creative forces of nature. Their shapes inspired awe and reverence, believed to hold spiritual energy. Many Mayan creation stories describe humanity emerging from a mythical cave, making these places central to their identity and origin myths. The caves were not just entrances to the earth, but to the very beginnings of existence. Caves were sites of pilgrimage, where people gathered to honor ancestors, seek blessings, and reaffirm their connection to the gods. These journeys were acts of devotion, binding communities together. These rituals ensured the continuation of life and the cosmic order, maintaining balance between the human world and the divine. The sacredness of caves shaped every aspect of Mayan spiritual life, influencing their architecture, beliefs, and daily practices. For the Maya, the underworld was never far from the surface, a constant reminder that the sacred and the everyday were always intertwined. When archaeologists entered Mayan caves, they found a world preserved in darkness. Thousands of artifacts, ceramic vessels, obsidian blades, jade beads, reveal the rituals once performed here. Many pots were intentionally broken, their destruction a ritual act to release their spiritual essence as offerings. Jade, more precious than gold, was left deep in caves, signifying the immense importance of these places. Remnants of ancient fires and incense hint at ceremonies filled with smoke and mystery. Animal bones and plant remains suggest ritual feasts and offerings. Each artifact, from a pottery shard to a jade bead, whispers of devotion and the sacred activities that unfolded in the darkness. These objects are keys to understanding the spiritual world of the Maya. The caves preserve a record of faith, sacrifice, and connection to the divine. The walls of Mayan caves became canvases for sacred art. In torchlight, artists painted and carved images, priests, animals, handprints, using mineral pigments. These pictographs and petroglyphs were not mere decorations, but visual prayers and records of ritual. Art was often placed deep within caves, making the act of creation as significant as the images themselves. Carvings incorporated natural rock shapes, blurring the line between nature and human expression. Unlike the political art of city temples, cave art was personal and spiritual, focused on nature, creation, and the afterlife. These images offer rare insight into Mayan beliefs, preserved in the unchanging darkness. The art speaks directly to us, revealing the Maya's most profound spiritual concerns. In these silent chambers, the ancient Maya left their stories for the future to discover. Mayan caves were not just ritual sites. They were also places of burial and sacrifice, shrouded in mystery and reverence. These dark, echoing chambers were believed to be portals to the underworld, where the living could communicate with powerful deities and ancestral spirits. Archaeologists have found human remains deep within these caves, often in positions suggesting ritual significance. Some skeletons are arranged with care, surrounded by offerings, while others appear hastily placed, hinting at the urgency or desperation of the rituals performed. Many skeletons show signs of sacrifice, their placement a direct offering to the gods of the underworld. The arrangement of bones and artifacts reveals a complex spiritual world where every detail held symbolic meaning. Sacrifices, sometimes performed during crises like drought, were believed to nourish the gods and maintain cosmic balance. Offerings of pottery, food, and precious objects accompanied the dead, ensuring their journey and the favor of the divine. Victims included captives, community members, and even children. No one was exempt from this solemn practice. Each sacrifice was a profound act, meant to secure the survival and prosperity of the entire community. The famous Crystal Maiden in Belize is a haunting testament to these ancient rituals. Her calcite-encrusted bones glisten in the darkness, a silent reminder of the lives given in devotion to the gods. Forensic analysis of these remains reveals details about age, health, diet, and origins, painting a fuller picture of Mayan society. Through science, we glimpse the personal stories behind these ancient sacrifices. These skeletons are silent witnesses, connecting us to the human side of Mayan beliefs about life, death, and the journey into the underworld. Their presence bridges the gap between past and present, reminding us of the enduring power of faith and ritual. The caves hold stories of sacrifice, hope, and the quest for divine favor. Each chamber echoes with the memory of prayers, fears, and the longing for cosmic harmony. In the darkness, the Maya sought to influence the fate of their world, leaving behind a legacy carved in stone, bone, and the eternal silence of the underworld. The Maya called their underworld Xibalba, the place of fright. Xibalba was not a place of eternal punishment, but a realm of trials, ruled by fearsome death gods. Caves were seen as entrances to this perilous world, their features mirroring the dangers described in sacred texts like the Popol Vuh. The hero twins' legendary journey through Xibalba inspired rituals and sacrifices performed in these caves. Priests and shamans entered the darkness as spiritual warriors, negotiating with the forces of death for the community's survival. Offerings and sacrifices were transactions with the lords of Xibalba, seeking rain, health, or protection. The caves were the frontier between life and death, places of immense fear and power. Here, the Maya hoped to secure their fate through courage and devotion. Today, science and technology have revolutionized the study of Mayan caves. Cave diving allows archaeologists to reach submerged chambers sealed for centuries. Tools like LiDAR and 3D scanning create detailed digital models, preserving sites without disturbance. Chemical and isotopic analyses reveal the contents of vessels and the origins of human remains. radiocarbon dating, and paleoclimatology help build precise timelines and link ritual activity to climate events. Environmental studies show how droughts influenced ritual intensity and offerings. Modern methods are uncovering a richer, more detailed story of the Maya and their sacred underworld. Technology is bringing new light to ancient darkness. The exploration of Mayan caves is far from complete. Thousands of caves remain unexplored, each a potential time capsule of ancient life. New discoveries, murals, offerings, even possible royal tombs continue to reshape our understanding. Research into cave acoustics and microscopic remains reveals the sensory richness of Mayan rituals. Microarchaeology paints a vivid picture of the sights, sounds, and scents of ancient ceremonies. The quest for knowledge is ongoing, driven by the human desire to connect with the past. Each cave explored brings us closer to the heart of Mayan civilization. The journey into the underworld is a journey into ourselves. Mayan caves are irreplaceable treasures, offering a direct link to a lost world. They remain sacred to modern Maya communities, who are the descendants of those who once performed these rituals. Protecting these fragile environments is a responsibility we owe to both past and future generations. Unregulated tourism, looting, and climate change threaten the survival of these sites. Even a single touch can damage ancient art. Stolen artifacts lose their stories forever. Pollution and changing water levels can destroy delicate evidence preserved for centuries. Preservation requires collaboration between governments, scientists, and local communities. Responsible ecotourism and ongoing research can balance access with protection. Working with modern Maya ensures these places are treated with respect and care. These caves are a library of ancient wisdom, a shared human heritage. We must be vigilant guardians, preserving their stories for generations to come. The legacy of the Maya endures in the darkness beneath our feet.